Hey guys, it's Ben here. Just about every place I stop, I get recommendations from guys that have been doing this kind of RV and stuff for a while. And a buddy of mine, in fact, was the first guy that gave me my very first tip on the very first accessory that I needed to get for this thing. We have the PLA 700, and this is a toy hauler, 2513 model. I thought it was important that we have a tire pressure management system because we, haul our UTV in the back of this thing, and it'd be nice to know if we have a blowout early. Going 70 miles down the road can do a lot of damage to your wheel wells and things of that nature. And in order to avoid any accidents or anything like that, I thought a tire pressure management system was a great idea and a great suggestion, so I put one on here. We had a sensor. I bought the TST 507 model off of Amazon. It cost me $360.06. Back last year, September 23, I think it was, and it came with the 4 valves. As you can see, they advertise that there are different valve systems for this thing. There's the hybrid and the cap. Those are the two most common, and the hybrid, the only difference is the hybrid is waterproof and the cap is the one that I got. Then there's the flow through. That's the one that my friend suggested, but it was kind of pricey, so and an internal one. I went with the cap because the instructions said, well, the advertisement on Amazon said, clearly states, use with metal or rubber valve stems. And I thought, well, heck, that's why he told me to get the flow-through ones. That way I didn't have to put metal valve stems in, but after all, don't have to put them in now because it says that I can use with metal or rubber valve stems. It states that you're able to use these with the metal valve stems or the rubber ones. I've discovered that you cannot use them with the rubber valve stems, and if you do, be expecting failure. They do the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do. They cause the valves to fail. So let me tell you the story about how this occurred with us. We were on our way to Silverton, Colorado, and our first one happened on day 2. We were about 2.5, 3 hours out of Silverton, and the tire pressure management system started going, sounding an alarm. I looked up real quick and I was noticing that the PSI in my right front tire started to decline rapidly. In fact, we were passing 30 pounds per square inch on the way down, and by the time I got off the road, we had about 5 or 10 pounds of pounds of pressure in that tire. So the TPMS did work. The tire pressure management system did work. It did alert me that I had a bad valve that was spewing air and I was losing tire pressure. But it was also the cause of that. Now, I thought maybe it was just a fluke, right? So we changed the tire and we proceeded onwards. The second valve went bad about half a mile out of our destination. We were able to limp all the way to the RV camp and get set up and get a guy to come out and replace all 4 of our valve stems because all 4 of them were damaged. What had happened is the cap on the tire pressure management system's kind of heavy. So if you have a rubber valve stem, it sits there and swings back and forth until eventually rubbing a hole in your rubber valve. Now, what Amazon needs to say is, if you're going to use these screw-on caps, you absolutely have to have the metal valve stems because without them, you're going to have failures. I had 2 in one day, so it's living proof. When I got home, I got online, and I found many, many, many other stories of people that had similar situations to me with these things, similar luck. So do yourself a favor. If you're going to buy this system, it's awesome, and it works perfect. Do buy it. But make sure that you also invest in some metal valve stems. You won't regret that, I promise.